Hi guys, do you all know that I've actually been converted to electric cars on the road, so things like the Aria. But now, can I be converted to electric on the racetrack? We all know my history is in the combustion engine and driving around the track with the exhaust screaming in your ears. We're here at Le Mans with Nissan Formula E team to see if I can be converted. Now today we're going through a range of different challenges, including going on the iconic Le Mans circuit. Unfortunately, not in a Formula E car, but something pretty close. So let's see how we get on. Challenge number one is going to be something I'm really excited for because we're actually heading out onto the Le Mans circuit. Now it's not the full circuit, but we're taking an Aria, as perfectly demonstrated, out there to do a time trial just like the Formula E drivers. I'm actually really nervous.
The Aria has a near perfect 50-50 weight distribution and a low centre of gravity thanks to the position of the batteries. This was my first time driving an SUV and electric car on circuit, and I was shocked at how well it handled, especially the lack of body roll I was expecting. Although there was no roaring engine noise, it was replaced by some tyre squeal and some spaceship-like sounds, but I absolutely loved it.
Front calls, brake, hard, more, okay. Very good.
Thank you.
Good try.
Nissan have put the bid to electrify all of their models by 2030. So you're going to be seeing electrifications of current models like the Qashqai and the Duke, but also some new models like the Aria. Now we've already had this on the channel and I must admit I absolutely loved it, but it was even better driving it all the way from Folkestone here to Le Mans. Now, how does Formula E relate to the road cars? Well, Formula E is using their technology to learn and implement it into their road cars, but also using road car technology to implement it into Formula E. So it's a really important concept for Nissan to join the two together. Our next workshop is going to be all about race strategy, which in Formula E is even more important because you've got your electric to worry about, but also attack mode. We've learned a lot of things, but now we've got to put it to the test on some simulators, and we're not seeing who's going the fastest. We're seeing who can save the most electric battery. And having driven a few EVs on the road, I'm finding this one quite promising.
This workshop blew my mind and just went to show how the strategy alone can lose you a race. It included how important predicting different scenarios are, especially with the battery and attack mode. So our challenge was to take to the simulators and try to return with the highest battery percentage. Our team used an average of 7% battery per lap. Over lunch we got to enjoy the views of the iconic Le Mans start-finish straight, but I couldn't help myself by getting some practice on the simulators, but this time going flat out.
We are fed and energised, raring to go for the afternoon with a gorgeous view over lunch. But now it's time to put my art skills to the test by designing my own Formula E Nissan livery.
It was amazing seeing how much more than just looking pretty a livery is about. But what do you think about my team's design?
On to our second to last workshop, and it's something both combustion and electric racing drivers have to do. Reaction test. Now I know I have raced a little bit myself, but I've not really done much on a BATAC board or even things like tennis balls and reaction tests. So, has my year of racing helped me out with this?
Sasha and Ollie showed us how it was done, setting an impressive 55. This is where my competitive edge kicked in, so please note I had to practically jump for those top corners.
Stay focused in the middle. 5 seconds.
45? I'll take that.
So we've managed to sit down with Sasha, who is a professional Formula E driver, with Nissan of course. So Sasha, the big question I'm trying to answer today is, Why electric over combustion when it comes to motorsport?
I mean, for me, it was always a dream to be able to firstly compete in a world championship, you know, to be able to compare myself against the best drivers in the world after Formula One. You know, well, even some of Formula One drivers, I think, with the level we have here, they're really strong. We've seen ex-Formula One drivers jumping in these competitions and, you know, struggling a little bit. So for me, the reason of jumping into this was mainly to be able to, you know, race in a world championship for a manufacturer, and also having the opportunity one day to become a world champion. That would be amazing. Of course, my dream of Formula One is still there, but for me, Formula E was always a good objective because of being in a world championship.
Amazing. And are we going to see some podiums this year?
You tell me. I hope so. That's the target for sure. Last year we were close to, we never managed to achieve it. We were very close in Cape Town. Unfortunately, contract in the last lap didn't let us have it, but. You know, we're getting closer. We had a few times, you know, the opportunity. Rome was the one we were a bit unlucky with some issues. But to answer your question, I really hope that I have some podiums.
Amazing. And to finish it off, who is the queen of the buttocks board?
You.
Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
This is our last workshop of the day, and it's called Brain to Performance. Now, as you can guess, it's using our brains to enhance the driver's performance. Now, this is specific to Nissan Formula E, where they've worked with scientists, technology and startups to produce what we see on this table. Now, all of these are going to be used in the future to help develop the driver's performance, and specifically clarity and speed of their brain. This is things that can be used in real life, so things like mental health conditions and helping your brain switch off. So this was actually a really exciting and interesting workshop, and I've learned a thing or two.
Today's been incredible, learning everything about Formula E thanks to Nissan, and I'm very excited season 10 for them ahead. My brain is just exhausted from the amount of information we've taken on board, but it's just been fantastic. Have I been converted to an electric motorsport? Do you know what? Potentially. Who knows if we'll see me in an electric race car, but for now, you guys know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, and by the way, we're off to a gala dinner, so hence the hotel and looking like an actual human being.